So let's get into this. I don't want to talk too much. I just want to get into this reaction. Okay, Go-Go's in this one, yeah. Chichi, Lucas, River, Adrian. Who's Max? He looks like a security guard. It's true, he looks like he'd be at Thatch House or one of these Pier 1 places. Governor Bar. Huh. So who's this one meant to be singing now?
How much does money matter in a relationship?
I don't think it matters.
I'm gonna actually like jump off a bit, but I think it matters a lot in a relationship. Not gonna say I was not friends, but I think I agree. I think it matters a hell of a lot more than people.
Can I clarify before we get into this how it matters?
Yeah, I would like to know.
I feel like money and a certain dynamic in a relationship might not have already been there, or it brings light to underlying issues. I personally don't think that people should fight over money. It's not something I like.
Yes.
If you get into a situation where it's you and your partner, and you were the original breadwinner, and then you then not become that, essentially ideally the person should support the fact that you're on a downturn.
Yes.
A lot of the times that doesn't happen. So it brings to light issues that you might, because you've been providing all that time, you might have thought, hold on a sec, like, what's this now happening, isn't it? Because you're not
This is going to be another video that...
becoming a provider, that then brings issues that you might not have ever discussed with your partner. So there's lots of little things it adds to that brings about negativity that I feel like people don't think about when they get into a situation with someone else. Like, do you consider money? Not really. Like,
in regards to if you go for a downturn,
Is he Somalian?
you should always
He looks Somalian, isn't it?
just in case. You understand?
I think
So
he's Somalian.
If you are in a relationship where you are the primary breadwinner, you should always think, you know what, there may be a day when money might be a bit of a hard one, and you put.
Oh, look at Oga
Now,
Max.
obviously,
He looks so old.
through the hardship, but it will help to maintain until you can resume or at least you can balance
forget the
out.
money itself, yeah. I'm talking also about the psychology of the situation, as in how your partner then perceives you or treats you. And I know that these things shouldn't come up, but in far too many instances that I know about, you can tell that the person has started viewing you differently because the way you used to bring money in isn't the same now. And
even that's why you're seeing like this.
Oh my God, he sounds so young, but he looks so old.
He's not even all that in terms of characteristics. He's not even treating her properly, but because he's got peas, and anytime she wants something, for herself, he can just splash her with peas. So she's happy to stay in that relationship or that situationship.
As you know, in relationships.
Oh, she took the Gaga glasses away and she just replaced it. Jesus, man. What's with her and her accessories?
If we don't have much and we're always struggling,
I've never liked this thing. It just reminds me of a cow.
bickering at each other because it's something we're dealing with.
She's a pretty girl as well. Doesn't even need that nonsense.
She said to me, listen, love is 10%, 90% is money.
She's always talking nonsense as well. Have you ever heard that in life? How many of your relationships or your marriages is only 10% love?
Love and money are the two things. Somebody, if they're going to choose to kill you, probably be one of those two. Most of us have been
True.
or experienced it to a degree. So we
See,
know how
pretty girl, stop all that nonsense. Stop it. Stop all this and this. I don't understand what you're doing.
doing most things is for money.
Beautiful girl, you don't need that rubbish. That's just still beautiful. I don't even need to hear what she's saying. Ugh.
For survival,
I'm already over what she's saying.
So that's what we're striving for every day. So if someone comes against that or hinders it to a degree, you will find yourself in a position where you could possibly attack them, hurt them, or do something you never thought you could ever do.
She's already lost me from that stupid comment, so I can't even listen.
that's not reality. Like,
Oh God.
so fast paced, like the opportunities come when they come. You know what I'm saying? Like life ain't.
Let's see how long he's calm for.
So to find the time to plan and at the same time pay your bills, do what you need to do, feed your children, like it's not that simple sometimes. Then it's easier said than done. This is a relationship. The fundamental thing in a relationship is love.
Yes.
Now, I think this is
Thank
where
you. Wow, I'm agreeing.
for our generation, and it's again a knock-on effect. We can say money is a massive thing, and it is. Let's not downplay it. But ultimately,
I don't agree. How is money a massive thing in a relationship? What type of relationships are these people getting in that money is just a huge aspect? Because I haven't experienced that, thank goodness. I don't understand where it's a massive thing.
what that person look like. If I fall for the real you, ultimately, whether you're good, whether you're bad, I love you, so I'm gonna believe in you, in your downtimes, in your uptimes. And
Yes.
regardless of a money situation, that's what people get out of life. Like I'm investing me in that person is investing them in me.
Yes.
So ultimately, we become one together and we achieve what we can together.
Yes.
You understand? Again, when we place emphasis on the money, then again, like you said, you are perfectly. Those are the only two situations in life where I feel that you can actually kill someone over, because it's too close to what we place importance on. I was having a conversation with my friend the other day.
True.
That I didn't even think about before. Yeah. See, when a woman like falls for someone, falls for a guy kind of thing. I talk from that perspective because I'm a guy, innit? So when a woman falls for you, it might be that the thing she fell for wasn't the money, yeah, but it was the fact that you had everything secure. So there's a lot of girls that fall for that security sense, and the fact that you're a breadwinner, you go out there like you provide kind of thing. That's what they're attracted to. If you're then in a situation where that security that you're so used to providing the person changes a little bit, they might start questioning like what it is. Like they eventually.
Why is he speaking like there isn't 5 girls opposite him? Why isn't any girls interjecting in what he's saying? Because I don't.
In jeopardy now. The very thing that they fell for you for is in jeopardy. And
The girls are in front of him, so stop talking it from a woman's perspective of what they fell for you for. When there's women that can talk for those girls.
2 times over, like, because
What kind of debate is
that
this?
first time, it's not going to be the same for
If
this
they're not
time.
aggressive, then they just let people talk anyhow.
It might be a better love in the sense that because you're with this person now, so it's something else, it's something new, something fresh, you're moving forward with it. But ultimately, you will still learn lessons from this that will stop you from being as committed like you was here. Do you understand? You'll be committed in a different way. You know what I'm saying? That is strong to that, but it will be because you've learned lessons. My point is, if we don't sugarcoat who we are, like nobody has it secure. Like that's the bottom line. Like if you're well off and your family's rich or you're rich, then good for you.
But it still doesn't mean that you're secure.
You understand? But if you're like an everyday normal person, which this is all about, like nobody has it secure. But if I'm showing you that, listen, Monday it might be secure, Thursday it might not, and you know that I have an up and down. Do you understand? You know that, listen, this is what life is about. You've seen your parents go through ups and downs, so you know what life is about. Now, ultimately, you make a choice to decide to be that type of person or not.
It's difficult to show a girl that kind of inconsistency when you actually like her and you want her to like you back. Are you deep in that? Just like when you meet her, she's like, I remember Choma said in one episode that a girl was not going to come and just tell you all the bad things that she's done in her life. Do you understand? It's the same with us. We're not going to just show you that things are inconsistent.
He's got a point.
In fact, when she's talking, you're thinking, if you hear her say, I like a guy that has a little bit of money, you're gonna that's what you're gonna present.
Money is very important, I agree. But with women, because we love, we wear our emotions on our sleeves, and because when we love eternally. That's how we are made. We are nurturers. Even though you may not have as much, because of a dream that we cling on to, a lot of women see potential in you before you've even seen it. So they always be like, you know what, I can see better. Even though right now we're struggling, I can see better. There was a time that I spoke in an episode about how I was with someone for a long period of time.
Gosh, she always got stories, isn't it?
Now,
before I had stories.
My breaking point, I was riding. Do you understand? That was what I was doing. And I saw a vision beyond the situation I was currently in. Because one thing about finances, your finances can change like that.
Yes.
I broke tomorrow.
Yes.
Rich, on Monday. I
Yes.
don't know about men, but for women, because of the way we have been built and the way God has made us, it's one of those ones. When a man shows us, even a man can show you nothing, as in not buy you anything, not take you out, but it's the emotional connection he may have with you. That you lot could just be dating behind closed doors, in coming to check in every day. Because you know that time that you're spending because you're building something.
Yeah.
Finances will always, you can see like, you know what, this finance can take a bad way. And you end up doing as a woman, you will even end up wanting to help this person.
Yeah.
And you would want to push it to get to where it is. Obviously, when
Nunu, that's the problem.
You can't expect anything less when you don't have money. Because you guys haven't built a connection. You don't really love each other, do you know what I mean? You don't have something that I was attracted to, therefore I am no longer attracted to you. And then going back to what Esther said, I think like when they say it doesn't really matter, I think what guys tend to do wrong is when your financial situation has changed, maybe you've now gone broke,
They stop everything.
Doing this kind of expensive lifestyle lifestyle, you were taking me out, you were buying me gifts, and you genuinely care about me. Now you don't have that money, like, that's not what you have. You have less. You can still take me out. Do you get what I mean? You can still show you care. To McDonald's.
You be the first to be lost.
See, but
Alright, we were living this kind of lifestyle, and you no longer have that money anymore.
she didn't say what I thought she was gonna say.
Whatever terms. You used to take me out, now you stop taking me out. To me, you don't care. I'm not asking to go there because I know you cannot afford it. Still take me out. Still buy me flowers. If you cannot afford a card, make a card. What you guys tend to do is stop doing all of that because you have no money.
Men lie about their financial situation.
I thought she was gonna say when basically like if a man stops everything, like when they don't have as much and they're going through hardship, they stop everything. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't show that attention and that compassion. Because if you're still showing that attention to someone, even though you haven't got anything, you're still showing them that you love them and that you care and that this is only a rough patch, and they can feel that, then you'll be okay. But then she just put it down to, because we didn't go here, you can do this. Because you didn't buy me, you used to buy me a car, you can now buy me flowers. I mean, once again, okay, you can do that, but I just thought that it was going to be in a more compassionate sense. I didn't think it'd be so materialistic still. Because again, you can show people appreciation without having to buy them things, you know.
Everybody's competing against each other. It's not like it was in our parents' generation.
As human beings, we really
He's
understand
right.
how much goes in our brain that we are completely unaware of. So although you are not materialistic, and although you may not realize you was attracted to the money, when that money is gone, you may not even realize that is ultimately what has changed your perception. And this is not to say you only care about the money, but the knock-on effect that it has, the changes that it has, that you cannot necessarily pinpoint and distinguish as an issue, may be an issue without even realizing. So this is not to say that if your man gets less money and it now starts putting a strain on things, it's because he's one way or you're one way. It's because naturally, as people, our environment affects us gravely. And so when that changes drastically, whether or not we're able to acknowledge the fact that him having less money is an issue, whether we even realize doesn't change the fact that, you know what, for majority of people, it probably will be. And I think that's what Gogo's getting at.
Don't you think that that's down to how you sell yourself? Because at the end of the day, if you sell, I'll use myself as an example, quick example, yeah? Like when I meet a girl that I really like, say for example, Valentine's Day is coming up, I could take my hard-earned cash and take you to the fanciest restaurant and we'll buy you lobster and create that perception for you. I'm not about that because, again, we said characteristic. I want to know you. So I might just come to my house. I might have rose petals on the bed. I might cook you up a meal because I want to see how you appreciate the effort as opposed to what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying?
Who wouldn't appreciate that?
Women look at what the guy does in terms of materialistic as opposed to the meaning behind what he's actually doing. Again, I could gash you up with peas, but I know as a man that is a harder task for me to gauge how loyal you are to me and the truth behind what you're saying and how attracted you are to me. Is it me or is it the lifestyle?
It's about what the money can fund, okay? The money funds the lifestyle, and you can't just go from, we're going to Hilton, we're going to all these nice places, to McDonald's. It doesn't work like that. We can't be going to nice places and then all of a sudden we're going to something dead because you can't afford it. However, we don't go out at all.
In regards to what Lucas said,
Yes,
I find
that's true.
disagree a little bit.
I'd rather not go out at all. That's what I thought Chuma was going to say. That we don't have to go out, we can do stuff in...
Money and then love. So, no, was it Reba or was it you? Okay, and I agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
Fact as well.
That's not a fact.
That's not a fact. That's not a fact.
It's pretty accurate, do you understand? Because even if you look
That's not accurate. Maybe that's why you got eye bags under your... Because you're thinking that the wrong things are accurate when they're not.
You can't say it's only...
Oh, guys, shut up. Who is this Max anyway? He doesn't look like the Maxwell I grew up listening to. Far-fetched from that.
I don't want to have the marriage that my mum and dad had. So I'm saying that money has to be something really important in there. So that's what I'm going to show you. That's what I'm going to show you because I know it's 90% of the equation.
90% of a relationship is money.
Maybe he wants the money, yeah? I've got one friend who's married.
Oh, I bet you have.
His wife, in order for her to marry him, her dad disowned her for her to marry this guy. She's married this guy, things have got tough, and she's used to a certain lifestyle, so she's putting a bit of pressure. My man's sweating, yeah? Now for you to let your dad disown you to marry a man, I guarantee you she knew and believed she was in love for him.
Yeah, but you said she was used to a certain lifestyle.
She was now thinking, hold on, the money is actually...
Because she was already used to a certain lifestyle. That's
That's
not being real. Ugh, please, she should just put her glasses back on, put this in her nose, on her lips like this, and piss off. Honestly.
I'm trying to tell you, as real and as shit as my life can be possible, and if you like that and you just...
You got these people speaking for and people are listening to this, you know. Yes, he's right. I cannot believe I'm agreeing with Lucas.
Then I know that, boom, when I turn up, that's the girl I want beside me.
Yes.
I'm tired of women caring only when you're up, suave, sweet, nice, desirable. But when you're rough, you're not quite there, you know, you're a bit down in the dumps, like the trim's not quite lit, the out fizzy's not lit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you want someone that is going to appreciate you when you're down as well. That's just realistic what he's saying. It's normal. Don't understand what all this 90% of money in a relationship means. Never heard that in my life.
When you get married, you come
He always, his stance is like he's ready for an MC battle. If you used to put him on mute, he looks like he's spitting. MC go go. Oh, can't even take him seriously.
To wherever she wants to go to. It's like it's only the gold diggers who are going to be attracted to that. Now, what I'm trying to say is, if you're in a marriage or a long-term relationship when you're older, and then you can afford to take your wife to Saint-Tropez, and it's not, you're not trying to sell her a dream no more because she knows you. You've been doing that for a period of time. You've been bringing home the bacon for a period of time, and then all of a sudden, if that stops going so well, what can happen? I'm not saying it happens for everybody.
glitters is gold.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, hold on.
Sometimes you have to take it out, dust it up again, and start again.
That's what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, marriage is for better and for worse. A lot of people don't understand for worse.
Yes.
They understand for better, but they don't understand for worse. I
Yeah.
feel like if something goes wrong with you and somebody that you built a strong communion with, they should understand that there's a problem for both of us.
Exactly.
It creates an existential crisis where people start
Let's not fool ourselves here. We've got bills to pay, right? We've got kids to fend for. I've got to look good. I've got a breadwinner. You're doing whatever you're doing to look after me. I get it, right? I think where we go wrong is that communication stops. Do you know what I mean? The guy has now got this pride or he's ashamed or whatever. That's where, once we lose that, because if we're working together, we're talking, we're going out looking for jobs.
This is what she should have said in the beginning. Then she just went left like always.
No, I'm not necessarily looking at your pocket.
The question is, are you looking different? Are you gonna have the same level of respect?
As much as we know this is the truth,
Exactly.
as much as we see people that change their views, no more respect,
Are they
there are
gonna
so
still have
many
the same
people who are able to look at a man and see past all of that.
Yes,
Some people
that's true.
don't care. But
Yes.
some people don't
Esther
care.
left. Esther left. Are you deep in that?
No, you don't know my
Uh-oh. Hurricane Esther.
When it comes to finances, I was there for the laugh, yes. But what happens is when your money is down and it got to a point where it was no longer about supporting that person. Because even though I may want for you, but if you don't want for yourself, then how can I be there and help you? So at the end of the day, the reason I left because I wanted it more than he wanted it. So from time I want it more than he wants it, then now you're taking the piss. Because now you're not,
I feel like she's doing every way she
because
talks,
we're
even though
helping
she has a point.
You're there because
She's doing it so the men can clap. Like, you know when someone has said something and they're expecting, you go girl. That's what she's doing.
Now this is not about love. This is about, alright, financially I'm now being strained. You're not helping. I'm here by myself. No, this is long. I'm out. Because so if I still saw the motivation in him, if I still saw, I would have stuck around. Because that's love. That's what love does to you. I
That's
see
true.
a lot of potential in men. And sometimes when a man's financial situation may not be stable at that time, because of the amount of potential we see in him and we see beyond what is in front of us, we stay because of that love that we have for that person and we want them to succeed. But like I always say, you may want for someone, but if they don't want for themselves, you know, it's a matter of time before you have to leave and before enough is enough.
Throughout the whole discussion, we've obviously touched on like different topics. I'm guessing different age groups as well, as to whether the money would be a factor in a relationship or not. So again,
What's his name again?
Something as minor as like 16-year-olds having a relationship, money isn't that much of a factor.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, yeah. 18 to 20, maybe not that much of a factor. If you say you're trying to build with somebody, then you would factor money as something that is of importance, I'm guessing.
you're married, of course you now have a house together, you've got children, and you plan for children.
Yeah, marriage. I can.
And obviously all that money becomes a factor as well. When it comes to the money factor, what are some of you basing your decisions on? Not generalization of women, but I would like to know from you guys your mentality on it. Would you be happy to see somebody who doesn't have it at all, but is grinding, and you can see that they have the ambition and they're doing it? Would you like somebody that is actively doing? You know what I'm saying, because it's hard out here.
Yeah.
We have a hard time getting shit done in it, just out there in the world and for ourselves and stuff. And I hear what you're saying about. It's a point that I've had to learn that myself through relationships and stuff in it. Like when you're not communicating things with your woman, that's what breaks down relationships. Not necessarily the situation, just how you communicate in it. And I understand that now. It took me a while. I learned the hard way, but I get it now. You know what I'm saying? But cool. But with that, I'm saying like, how would we? You know what I'm saying?
Initially, I would prefer you to already have the ball rolling and then I slide in, hands up. Based on experience, I met this guy who had a lot of money at the time. Money that I had never seen. I had never been around that kind of money. So straight away, I was on it and I went in. However,
She's honest. She's honest.
I was younger then. Things got a bit blurry, and then I was questioning it. However, by the time my love for him had developed, so when the money went down, I still hung around. He kept referring back to his age. Yeah, I'm this age and flopped and blah blah blah. One thing I've come to learn here in the UK, I know you didn't want to say black guy, but I'm just gonna say it now. Yeah. If I was to bring you a heart and say this is a black man's heart, if it was supposed to reflect what a black man's heart looks like, any woman would turn her head. Because the weight that a black young UK brother carries on his shoulder, women cannot comprehend.
Yeah.
Whatever I go through, yeah, if I can meet a guy, go outside right now, 15 minutes, meet a nice rich guy who change my life like that, who's going to change a man's life? So the pressure that you guys carry, hold on, let me finish. It's about the man. Yeah? I've come to learn about that and appreciate that. But I put my hand up and say, yes, if the ball was rolling, I would have preferred.
When I look for a man, he should be motivated, he should be ambitious, he should have his money together. So I'll never be in that situation to begin with. A man is a provider, okay? So we're not talking about whether the woman don't have money, we're talking about whether the man don't have money. I feel like a man, if he doesn't have the funds, he shouldn't be in a relationship. Stay quiet. Listen, that's what I feel. He shouldn't be in a relationship. If you cannot afford to cater to the woman's lifestyle and yours, you should not be in a relationship. If you cannot provide for yourself as an individual, you shouldn't be looking for no man to provide.
I'm going to actually surprise you guys and say that I can understand her mentality. See, a lot of women don't want to admit it, right? And these women wouldn't admit it on this show because of their men. And these men wouldn't admit it. But I feel like that's how a lot of men, I'm sure a man marries a woman wanting to provide, especially when you're brought up in an African household. In an African, she's brought up obviously a proper, to me, proper African way of that is what she's seen, that's how she's brought up, and that is probably what her mum has encouraged. The man needs to cater to you. When you find a husband, you need to just cook, clean, and the man provides the rest. Which is a typical way of thinking. It's not a bad way of thinking. I don't know many men that actually would want their wife to have that much independence equal to them. And it's a sexism thing, of course, but the way that she's thinking and wanting a man to provide is not a bad thing that she's thinking, because I would expect a man would want to do all he can for his woman, but not to say that if he was to get to a certain point and he couldn't provide, that she would suddenly leave. That's when she will, obviously she's there, she loves him, but as a man being a provider, I kind of know that mentality too, because I've kind of been brought up with that as well. So I kind of understand where she's coming from. And these women are saying no and all this stuff, but damn right they want men to provide for them. Kidding me or what?
The man should have enough funds to cater to both of us. If he's in a relationship with me, he should be able to support his lifestyle as well as mine. If he can't, that's it, right? Okay, so you've got a relationship with a man that's providing for you. So what happens now when he can't provide for you? Do you leave him? I won't leave him, but then we can't do what we used to do. Like what? He's not going to just then say, oh, we went from this place to McDonald's. We just won't go out. That's it.
Let me tell you, should not only provide for himself and you. How old are you? Can I ask you that question?
It doesn't matter.
How do you expect a man your age to provide for himself?
But guess what? That's why I don't mess with guys my age. Let's get that right.
Most of us are going to be going out with people our age. There's going to be exceptions to that rule, right? Cool. But if you are going to go for a man that is your similar age and expect him not only to provide for himself,
Yeah, that's crazy.
but then to also provide for you. And then if he cannot do that, he's less than a man. Yeah. Stop talking foolishness, because that's what it is. This is why so many men our age go into crime.
What? I don't agree with that.
Women
So many
out
men
here
go
that
into
expect
crime
them at
because
our
of
age
this.
to be
You
able to
shut
fund
up.
them a
There,
Beyonce
you totally
lifestyle
lost my
on a Tesco's
my
Before
support.
a man gets into a
Don't
relationship,
blame
he needs
that
to have his
on
house together.
why black
If
people
he
go
doesn't
into
have the
crime. I
money, you
beg.
need to stay single, my love. A woman is an expense, okay? We cost money. So it is your responsibility to provide for the both of us and to make sure that, you know, we're good.
When you are in a relationship, you are buying not only, okay, you may go into it for
I understand where she's
but
coming
you
from.
see in your
It's
partner,
so
you see
weird.
potential.
People
you see
gonna hate
growth.
me, but I
you see a lot when you are thinking about building a future with that individual, right? Most women are
Can I say something, yeah? It's funny how people like to come down on Nunu, yeah? But when Lucas or Gogo and all these people are out of line and they're rude and they're aggressive, no one ever wants to put them in their place and tell them that they're wrong. Well, she has an opinion. It's a debate. That's her opinion. You don't need to call her stupid or she's an idiot or you need to tell her to shut her mouth or she's foolish. You don't do stuff like that when someone doesn't agree with you in a discussion. You just shut up then. Just be quiet. That's your point. You know, you have to learn to agree to disagree. You don't have to be so aggressive with people. That's how she was raised and I understand it, to be honest. There's not a lot of women that I don't know that wouldn't love a man to cater for him, for him to be good looking, compassionate, love them and provide. They would never have to lift a finger. There's a lot of women that would like that, and if she's openly saying that, why should she be scrutinized if that's how she thinks? It's like what she thinks, isn't it? A man should be a provider. Everyone's taught that. Everyone's taught that a man should be a provider for a woman. So I don't understand why she's being belittled because of it. I can understand what he's saying, but if she dates older men, and no one knows the type of men she goes out with, no one asks her that. So you can't say, well, this is the reason why people our age are... Shut up! So seriously, be quiet. I wouldn't put a crime and going because of the needs of what she wants. Men don't go into crime because of that. So shut up. If you're justifying what you had to do, don't put your frustration out on because of what she was expecting her future husband. That's his own burden. Oh Jesus, none of yours. Just agree to disagree. These men are too aggressive on this thing. They're like always throwing subliminals and throwing little abuse and jabs at people that have opinions that aren't like this. So suddenly, shut up or be quiet or shush your mouth. It's rude. You don't do that in a debate. But anyway, who am I? Olivia. Hey! Shh.
Talk about from a man's perspective, it's not going to walk around or walk through the door simply because you do not have money. They will battle with you. It's a process. I will give you mahala. Get that money by force. They will say, you know what? You know what? He doesn't have it right now, but he's trying. Once that motivation starts to die down, that is when a woman's going to be like, you know what? Not only do you not have it, you're not providing like you used to, but you are not trying. You do not have the drive that I once fell in love with. You are not building. You are not feeding my energy.
Now the fact that you made a statement, you said,
Oh, here we go.
You can't, why would I, don't be in a relationship if you don't have. What about those people who are on benefits, who are not in any,
Shut up! Like you would ever go out with a man that's on benefits. So don't even bother defending those people because you wouldn't even be looking that way if they approach you in a club. Shut up! 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 I'm not even listening to that. You kidding me or what? What she's saying is pure bollocks. She wouldn't turn her head into looking at someone that's on benefits. So I don't even know why she's... What about those people that I told you? She just talks for claps. Esther claps her gums just to be clapped at. That's what she's doing. She just wants the boys to find her. I don't know what she's doing, and I don't know how to explain it, but she's not doing it to make a decent point. Because don't put... What about the people on benefits? Because if those boys were to approach you in a club, you will turn your head with dish your Brazilian butt lift and not even give them the blink of day. So shut up. Gosh.
They've adapted to what they have. At the end of the day, you never know what tomorrow can bring. Yes, like you've made a statement that I only go for older guys, fair on you. But at the same time, these guys have got it hard. Hence why, do you know what I mean? Hence why you have to give them, hence why you have to give them that chance. If you're a good woman and you're in a relationship, yeah, it's not just about money. If your man is down, like I said, and he starts to lack motivation, that is why you're his woman. That's why you're there.
He needs to work on himself then.
What do you mean he needs to work on himself?
What are you good for? Sex.
I agree with half of what Nunu's saying. The reason being is that, as a guy, traditionally speaking, yeah, the way we're looking at it is I'm building my life, and you're supposed to come into my vision and understand my vision, and then help me to build. Hold on, wait, relax. No. You believe in man and woman are equal in the marriage. I don't believe in that. That's where we split. All right. So I'm talking from a guy's perspective where I'm the dominant force in the marriage. I'm the leader, and you're following after me. So I believe that the woman is supposed to come in when the ball is rolling, because the whole idea is to make my life easy and to make her life easier as well. That's the whole idea. She's not supposed to come into a marriage when she's straining. She's supposed to come in when things are easy. Things will get tough, but I expect that her mum or her dad or one of the parents must have taught her that you don't leave when money is not there anymore. You stick it out.
Yeah.
And the love factor, the 10% love that Reva was talking about.
Just not talk about that.
I'm expecting that 10% to keep her in the relationship. But ideally,
10%.
I want the ball supposed to be rolling, and she jumps in, and I make it for her. Do you understand?
From a female's perspective, from you women's points of views,
Why don't you ask? Stop talking in a female perspective when 5 women are in front of your face.
They have grafted and grinded with men that have been absolutely
She's getting on my nerves.
and that's where the perception where you might necessarily have, where you know what, he has to have it, and then I come into it and I'm set. I agree with what you're saying to an extent as well, but we live in a new age where, yes, I'm not all for complete change, but I'm for proper change, good change. Do you understand? Like relevant change. Now, the relevant change is this. Now, I might not be the breadwinner. She might be the breadwinner. Impossible. I might have to.
Impossible.
That's for you. That's for you. I'm looking for a woman to come on Michelle Obama. And what I mean by that is this, yeah. Like,
I like the way that Max is speaking, because what he said, I agree with him to an extent where he believes that a man should be a sole provider. Like, he wouldn't want his wife or his woman ever providing for him.
we're chasing your dream. And I have to be a man and comfortable enough to be able to do that, because I am still the captain of the ship. It's just like, listen, you're sat navving it. It's as simple as that. You're not the captain then, because she's taking you where she wants you to go. What captain are you? You've lost captainship. Do you know what sat nav is? She's taking you where. Do you know what sat nav? Do you know what sat nav means?
Yeah, gives direction.
Right. So I'm still sailing the ship.
She's giving orders. You sail the ship.
You sound.
Sorry, Lucas is saying that he's chasing the woman's dream. Let's think about that. First of all, you're chasing, so you're running after her dream. So she's taking you where she wants you to go. That's number one. Number two, now she's also telling you what direction the boat should go, or the ship should go. And that's where the problem is now, because I don't believe that a woman should have that much authority to steer the ship into the direction she wants to go into. Because to be very honest with you, I'm just being honest here, women are emotional. And the emotions can get the better of them. 1 minute the ship is left and 1 minute the ship is right. It's all over.
Again, it's about mind state. I've been there. I've been through this year. I believe I'm going to be successful, and yes, she's going to come into my success and whatever. But the type of woman I'm looking for, the type of woman that I'm attracted to, 9 times out of 10, she's going to be successful. So I have to be comfortable with that. There might be a chance that she's going to be more successful than I am. And if that is the case, I have to be able to deal with that. Like, that's reality.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
don't live in those times where women aren't successful more than men. We do. So if men, let me just finish this here, wrap up. If men don't actually get themselves in a position to understand that, listen, I can pattern in any circumstance. I can adapt. That's what a man is. I can adapt to any situation that is before me. Do you understand? Our mums, our aunties, they were a certain way. Now, you know the woman I want to find? I want to find the one that's like them.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be like the pops, the uncle. I want to be the guy that's, you know what, she's grafting, I'm
helping. I'm grafting, she's helping. Because that's the difference in dynamics there and now.
Have confidence in yourself. Like, don't be afraid if your woman is more successful than you. Like, you need to be a man to rise above it and know that yes, you're still sat-naving it. You're still rising it, either way.
Yeah.
Like, we live in a modern day society, women are doing bits.
Yeah.
You understand? What I'm screaming is, be secure in yourself, my brother. Don't worry about everything else.
Yeah.
Why I respect you is because every conversation I have with you, you're always looking at where you want to be, the positive of where you want to be, and who's going to join you in that journey. Yeah, that's what I commend. I agree.
God, you know why? Because I refuse
Could you not just say thank you and shut up?
anything else apart from what I am doing.
Yeah.
If I don't say that,
Martin Luther Lucas.
I might as well settle for less.
So for me, the adaptation might have to be that you come to a realization that I have to always be up. A lot of women get into relationships today where certain things have never and will never be an issue until much later in life. So that person has no problem with that. They've never had to question you, yeah. So they fall in love with 2017 Lucas. You now, yeah. Number one, you don't know what you're gonna be like in 10 years. There's a lot of situations that happen to men and women in a marriage that change how they're able, not even just their principle, how they're able to impose that or behave in that principled manner.
It's
I
true.
don't think you should leave the relationship, but I think it puts a massive strain that people are unprepared for beforehand. So then after that strain, as a man, your adaptation might be, I can't let this happen again, so for some reason or other, I have to find a way to always be up and look after this situation. That's my point.
This is the part of the problem, right? Because there's certain connotations that come with a woman that leaves a man when he's down. If you leave a man when he's down, automatically, gold digger, you're bad, you're selfish, you didn't love him for who he was. This is what I'm trying to understand. People need to understand it's not literally the lack of money. It's the trajectory that lack of money puts you on, right? So I totally hear you. Don't get twisted because that's how I like to believe in it. Like I've never really been with someone that's had a lot of money, so I know what that's like to go from to have a drastic change.
Yeah.
I imagine if I was with someone who had a lot of money for a sustained period and we grew up into a certain type of lifestyle, I know I love them beyond that.
Yeah.
I know that's not why I love them.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I love it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I
Doesn't
love
mean
the
you
money.
don't appreciate it,
But
yeah.
that's not the glue that necessarily holds us together. It is a link. And if one link is weakened, the whole thing is weakened. If I want to leave because there's a lack of money.
Olivia, what are you
in our
doing?
relationship, I think any intelligent adult can see that it's not literally.
Why?
the lack of money,
She
it's
should
not because
honestly
I love
stay
the money
natural. I
without
don't know
money.
why she's got that Diana Ross wig on.
Certain things
It
happen
makes her look
when
like
there's a lack
something
of money in
else.
the
See how pretty she
relationship.
is, so
I think the rest of the
unique,
relationship
everything.
can't function how it was before.
Man, never,
I'm
I
just
beg
looking
you,
at
just
the
leave that
things
mop
because I feel
bucket
like
at home. It's not for your head.
at the moment, like, oh no, but you'll see through it and women will stay. Of course women will stay, but everyone has a breaking point. And if we can't sort it out, then why should we stay together and be miserable just so we can prove we love each other without having enough money?
True.
Every single argument, when things goes wrong, he's telling you, who are you before I met you? What did you have? I made you who you are. You're nothing. You're basically inferior in that relationship, right? He's using you as rag up and down. Now when he
But
loses
you're
that,
inferior
hold on.
anyways, as a woman. You're inferior anyways. In a relationship, you are.
What are you? I'm so sorry. What are you? Who told you that? Your mum is inferior, Abby.
No.
But your mum,
You're
I'm not
inferior.
talking to you. So your mum is inferior.
Yeah, she is. In
Yeah,
the
your
relationship
mum
with
is
my dad.
inferior. My mum is
No,
not.
in the
Your mum
relationship
is
with my
inferior.
yeah, but maybe because in your culture that the woman is dominating the man. But what I'm saying is that listen, wait, no, Adrian, relax. When you're in a relationship, the woman is inferior anyway.
Well, inferior, you're got listen. I feel like you're not articulating it properly because inferior means
Lesser than, yes, lesser. He means the woman is lesser than a man.
Help the man in whatever vision he has. So, no, I'm not saying she can't. You can have a vision, but you're there to support his vision. Because in your mum and dad's house, you are following their vision, and now you've left that house and you're following your husband.
Do you see Lucas quiet? They're all thinking that. Oh, you shut up. After understand what? You believe what he's saying. Listen. This man is a typical African man, and the only thing that's making it so bad about what he's saying is the fact he's saying it out loud, which I can't even disrespect, because what he's saying is exactly what these men think. So you can nod your head and do whatever, but wasn't it this same one that I said, look, Somalia, that told Nunu to just shut her mouth when she was making her point. So in that aspect, she's a woman and you're a man. You thought that what she was saying, you didn't tell her to shut up because she was speaking nonsense. You thought what you were saying was more important and more superior than what she was saying. So yes, men do think women are inferior. Look at the way that Lucas talks about women. What was he saying last week about, oh yeah, I like to fuck, innit? I like to fuck. If you valued something and saw a woman as superior and equal, you would never be talking about sex with another woman, like a woman like that, with the way you're talking. So all these people here are hypocrites. They want to be and all this and doing all this stuff, but that is how you think of them. That's how you think of women. They do, because it's every single time they're talking and the way they're approaching. Lucas last week, don't talk to me like that, otherwise I'll come there and shut up. All of that is not seeing someone as superior. You are seeing someone less than you. That's why you look at Gogo. Did he not tell Choma to shut up? This is what they do. This is disrespectful right in front of our eyes on camera. So don't sit here and scrutinize a man that's openly saying exactly how you lot think, because he's actually saying it in a way that I can actually understand, because every week these people are disrespecting someone on this panel that is a woman, never their men, and the men are never telling another man when there's something is wrong. And now he's actually picked up on something that everyone thinks and acts upon. It's a big problem. So no, I'm not even going to go in on him for that, because he said what he said out open loud, and it's true. He's thinking how a typical African man thinks. They just don't like to hear the truth when it's blatant. They're not gonna find. It's not really you're gonna find a woman that goes into a relationship with a man. I'm as equal as he is. No, sometimes you want a man to give you that control. So yes, you allow yourself to be a bit inferior because you want a man to still be a man. So what he's saying is not. It's not like in a disrespectful way. I can understand what he's saying. I see it, because the disrespect is too much on this. Telling people to shut up, being aggressive to women, and you telling me how you like to fuck, as long as you get some head and stuff. What you're not seeing this? Because my eyes are very open when I'm watching this.
Be able to adapt to situations in life. You're successful, you're rich, you're this massive, big time business guy, top end. Now your wife comes along and her ambition, her drive, she wants to be this political leader, for example, and her drive is, to be Prime Minister of the UK.
Exactly.
She ends up being Prime Minister of the UK. Now you tell me how you are going to be on par with her in terms of her working activities.
Of course you're
How
not.
does she then support you? How does she then, because she has your surname, come into your family and support your vision? Do you understand? Her vision is bigger. If you're not man enough to be able to be like, you know what? Okay, I can do my shit here and be able to support my wife, then you're not a man, my G. Because a man knows how to let a woman be a woman. And when he says, you know what? I'm a man. That's it.
People are clapping for him, right? But when I tell you, Lucas's way of allowing when he wants to come in as a man is when he wants to be aggressive. He's saying all this because he wants to make valid points, but he's not practicing what he preaches, because every single week he has been on this, apart from maybe this time, I have seen him disrespect a woman in an unbelievable way. This man, he has a reckless mouth and he talks to women like he's some sort of riff-raff boy off the street. Last week, the way he was up to what he did to Nunu showed exactly what he thinks of women and how he values. He's not seen all this equal opportunity nonsense of this woman and stuff, because if you have an argument and a woman wants to tell you about yourself, this type of man will clap her in her face. And why would he do that? Because he sees a woman less than him. He sees a woman as inferior. So I don't understand why these stupid women on this panel are even clapping. Why are they even clapping? Look at the three clapping. It's paused, right? Esther's clapping, Ezra clapping, and Choma's obviously clapping full. River's hands are crossed. Nunu is just looking. Body language is everything, because these people are the same. They want to clap with what Lucas is saying. These people just are on here to sort of like making points. They're not really being realistic in what they're saying, because if anything, these people, regardless if Lucas is right or not, they will never be clapping for the simple way that he treats and undervalues them every time, even just as castmates. Very disrespectful these men are on this show, you know. Very. These women are here clapping. Anyway, I'll continue to watch.
See, in relationships, listen, relax your head, bro. Shut up. Listen, because the woman is not used to having the upper hand, when she does get that job role, she most of the time, or she's more inclined to making you feel smaller. Now, it's gonna happen subconsciously. She's not gonna come to you and say, listen,
there's a lot of women that do that.
Prime Minister and you're just a businessman. She's not gonna do that. But her actions, the way she talks to you,
yeah,
doors will open.
I've seen some women do that.
Down to you. That's what you're not deep in. You can be a man, yeah, and support your woman, which I'm all for. Because if I'm in a relationship with a woman and she has a business or she has bigger plans than me, I will support her and I will push her out there. I will push my woman. Wait. I will push my woman out there, which is cool. But I will be cautious that I'm pushing her out there, but I also need to get mine and be higher than hers. Because if I don't do that, they'll open doors.
What rubbish? Women are inferior. Are you like? What did you smoke before you came here? Because
you believe yourself you're inferior. Because last week when Nunu was talking, what was you saying about, well, if that's my man, I have to do this. You're talking to yourself. You make yourself sound inferior. So don't be in your confessionals having a point. What's she going to say?
When we come together, you provide for me. I can still be successful. It doesn't matter. So,
what role do you play in your relationship?
Woman, you know? We are not the same.
I said, what's your role? What do you do?
All she does is open her legs for him. It's not about opening legs.
Shut up, Esther. You would know about that. You would know about
I
that.
can do other stuff. I can cook. I can clean. Wait. Your mouth is really shaking because you said, because you said you can show emotional love, but just...
See how River is not saying anything? She agrees.
What's wrong with you? Where is your head? Where is your head?
I asked you one question. What do you do in a relationship? Okay, you work, I work. We come together, and I'm supposed to just do everything for you. That's it. Like, I can't. Are you sick? On what world? You can't tell me what. I cook. I can have sex. Okay. Just eat. Hungry house. I shower. What's the difference? I don't know. Like,
Did he say a shower?
Yourself in it. When you talk about certain roles
Prostitute.
in a relationship,
Bloody
you've
hell.
not once stated a damn thing you're doing for this guy. You've not said nothing to me. You're telling me, oh, I'm this, I'm that, gee. So what?
She doesn't need to say anything. How many households do you see where the man is the breadwinner and you see the mum as a housewife, taking care of the kids, cooking and stuff? Because me, I see a lot of it. That is just the mentality she has. And all of these people have grown up around seeing that. So why do people act like it's something out of the blue what she's saying? She may be not constructing what she's saying like logically, but what she's saying isn't anything that doesn't make sense. She expects her husband to be a provider for her. What she wants to provide as what she was doing as a wife, she doesn't need to justify what she needs to do for a man. Bottom line is, she wants to be a housewife and she wants her husband to provide that type of lifestyle. And if that's what she wants, she's not cuckoo for wanting that, because that's what a lot of people do and what a lot of men want. A lot of men want to take care of women like that anyway. So, I mean, it's not even her being a gold digger. It's just that's how she's been brought up. It's like a lot of African people, to be honest.
Loving and nurturing. They're very generous.
Yeah, but it's in our nature. Is that a problem? Women, it's in our nature to be nurturing.
Yes.
So you're telling me because I don't spend money, I'm doing nothing. Is that what you're saying?
What? You've not told me what you provide to me.
She doesn't need to tell you what she provides. Just use your head.
On what? What am I investing in? What am I putting my dollars into you for? What am I? As me as a man and you as a woman, I'll be real with you. Me, if I came and saw you and I want to invest money in you, there's something wrong with me. No, there's something wrong with me. If I can see you and all you're telling me is money. I'm gonna look at you and be like, yo, it's not me, it's you.
I'm not a gold digger because guess what? I might have more money than you.
Says who?
But you're still wanting to spend. That's even worse, isn't it?
Says who?
She's putting herself in a hole, but I understand what she's saying.
Me. Second view, they drive which car? Because your car be white, so if you guys see it's blue. Because your car make like cloud, so you won't fly for any inside. Fly. Aladdin to get magic carpet. Down there no be Benz, but it will fly some. So we will go fly. You mad? We check what it. You know how we check.
terms of culture.
See, that's... It's disrespectful.
Is dangerous, right? Which is why, as generations move on, we detach ourselves from certain things that our parents did that we don't need to do, right? I'm pretty sure at one point, my ancestors who were enslaved felt comfortable being enslaved, but our next generation came up and said, no, we will not take this. In a relationship, my brother...
Thank God that's over. I was totally lost. I felt like I was in a trance going towards the end use, guys. I was already over it from like about for 7 minutes ago, to be honest. I just... What do you want me to say when it comes to this group of people? Huh? To wait till next week.
I'm where the ghosts are.